G'day guys, Kitching here. Welcome back to another video. Now today, as you can tell if you watched my videos before, we're out snapper fishing, floating some baits down. Well, today we're actually rocketing them down because there is so much current out here. If you guys have ever seen the movie Nemo and seen the East Australian current, we are literally fishing smack bang in the middle of that today. It is racing down the coast from north to south, from Queensland into New South Wales, pushing warm water and pelagics and everything down the coast. But today, we're chasing snapper. We started off in close and we've had a lot of rain recently, so the water's really dirty and a bit cold, so that's not great for them. Mackerel, wahoo, all those species. So we wanted to go snapper fishing, but even in there this morning, there wasn't much happening on the sounder. We made the decision to come out wider here into 60 meters, but the worry is you can get this really strong current and some days it's actually unfishable. We're lucky today that we're just getting down, but there's a few things you can do to try and better your chances in current, especially in summertime. So I might talk about a few of those today. Now in summertime, you still can get good snapper, especially out wider here in, 40 to 80 meters. Oh, good fish.
Looks like we had it in the bottom for a second.
Yeah.
That's
He's going. I'll be back to you guys. He's going.
Yeah, that's a good fish.
Doing the dance. Coming up a bit easier now.
Let it go early.
Yeah. You keep floating down if you want, I'll be right.
Hopefully this is another good snapper.
It's not going as hard as what it did early.
And early.
It did feel like it had me in the bottom
fish.
a bit. Is it?
Nice.
Oh yeah, yep.
No, it was the first one, but
take him any day of the week.
Yep.
Just drop the net. Well, there we go. It's a nice one. Very nice one, in fact. He smashed me on the drop, as you just saw. I can't remember where I was up to and what I was saying, but basically we're fishing in a lot of current in summer and we're going to try and give you a few techniques to try and combat that if you come out here and the current's raging yourself. It can be a bit hard, but sometimes you just got to make do with the conditions and do your best, and you can be rewarded with fish like this. So very happy with that. Hopefully a few more to come. Stay tuned for some tips. Whew. You would not read about it. I'm literally about to bleed and everything. The fish that I just got. Dad had his rod in the holder and he said, oh, we'll go back up for another drift. Literally picked it up to wind in and a fish hit. It's not a monster, but hopefully it's a legal one. We'll take panties today. We haven't been fishing for a long time, so yeah, we're hoping for a nice tasty feeder snapper. So there we go, guys. We were just saying the wind's actually just picked up for the first time this morning. Now you may be able to see there, just be careful of the hooks here. Dad's got 2 click sinkers on the top there. Now because of the current, what you can do is, to try and get down, you can just use a heavier sinker, but we're just trialing whether a heavier sinker will work. So the beauty of these click sinkers is you can just pop another one on like Dad's done there, and he's got down and got a bite. I'm doing okay with the 1 sinker, but I've also got thinner braid as well, so I get down a bit easier. So Dad's tried the second one and first drop with it, I think, or second drop, he's got that one. So not a monster, but a nice panty anyway. A bit more pale one, which is interesting. Yeah, we're gonna go back up for another drift. Now, funnily enough, those fish weren't our first of the day. They just happened to bite while I was filming the intro. Let's have a look at our actual first drop of the day, because it was even better. Bite. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm on.
You got one?
Yeah.
Very nice.
You know, as soon as it gets down under the
Well, maybe I'll just leave this stinker on for a sec.
Not real big, well, but
yeah, it's a start.
It'll be a snapper. Pull that, now it's done.
Yeah, you probably got a bit of loose line.
He's
Doing a bit, yeah. It'll be a nice panny at least.
I think so.
Yeah. Do you want the net?
No. Oh.
Nice red one.
Yeah.
Oh well. Better than what we were doing in close.
Yes. There you go, everyone. Just a panny, just on 40 centimetres. We've had to come out wide in close. Fair bit of dirty water and no bite, so we've just come out to the 36s. And anyway, there's a fuck.
Don't drop him over the side. Yep.
On?
Yeah, very much so.
Well, that's a better fish, hopefully.
Yep.
Well done, a good fish here.
Yep, nice fish.
I'll let you deal with it. That's a better fish.
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a snapper.
I like that.
Yeah, he's really going.
Right, canopy down. I'll wait till you do that.
This is a good fish.
Yeah, good.
I just got your hooks in my shoe.
Yeah.
Lift it.
Free now.
This will be a good snapper, I think. That really took off at first. Well, there you go, guys. That one hit it on the drop. Oh, he's still going. You can see those big head bumps. You just want to take it easy on these snapper, especially when you got them up off the bottom, so you don't pull those hooks. I've got the drag set nicely, so if he wants to go, he can go.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this is a nice snapper. Just going to take it easy with him. Oh, I think it's a snapper anyway. That'd be my guess. It hit me up off the bottom, bumping its head, taking some line. It must be getting close.
It must be.
Far out. Oh yeah, he's close, I think. Still can't see him, but I think he's a nice one. Where the hell is this fish?
I think he's been taking some line. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a nicer one.
That's a nice fish. That's what we want.
Oh, well done, Will.
That's a chunky snapper,
Yeah,
eh?
well done.
I'll get a photo with him. Oh, that's a nice fish. Well, that's a nice one, guys. Very chunky one. As you can see sliding on my line there, that's a click sinker, and we'll talk to you about the rigging and the click sinkers and everything soon, but let's have a look at this fish. As you may be able to tell there, it's got both hooks in it. We're running a Snell rig. He has absolutely smashed it. Starting to get a bump on his head. That is one thick snapper, far out. Nice red colouring too, that is beautiful. I'll let Dad keep dropping down, but very happy with that. For a morning that started off a bit funny and slow, and we weren't sure on whether we were going to be able to fish with the conditions, that's always good to have on board. Let's try and get a couple more. So today, guys, because there is a bit of current, we just want to get down there. We're fishing in 60 meters, pretty much letting that sinker just fly down. When it gets sort of halfway down, I'll probably slow it down a bit, but to combat the current today, we're just trying to get it down as quick as we can, get it in the zone on their heads. As we say a lot, those fish are usually going to hit on the drop as it's floating down. That's what both of our fish did just before. So you do want to try and slow it down a bit when you think you're getting down close to where they are, you know, within 20 meters of the bottom. So yeah, that's the plan. I think the problem is the breeze is sort of pushing us now too, so we're going faster than the...
Might need the parachute.
Except there's one.
Yep, you're on well. Well done.
Another nice one.
Yes. Yes.
Just keep floating it out. He's going.
Yeah,
hopefully it's a snapper, not a bonito or something. It hit like a snap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not going quite as hard as the other one.
No. Yeah, nice colour. Coming up a bit sideways. Illegal,
Yeah. No giant, but better than my one.
but yeah. There we go, guys. Nothing monstrous. Just a little tacker. Well, not a tiny little one. Probably about the same as Dad's, about 40 centimeters. But with the current the way it is today, I'm just happy to get a bite when we get down there. So yeah, very nice. Now at this stage, the wind picked up a little bit and the angle of our line started to creep out further and further. So as you can see, we've deployed the sea anchor off the back corner, but we also started thinking we may need some heavier sinkers. I'm gonna have to put a second sinker on too, I reckon.
Yeah.
I was getting down till that wind.
Yeah, the wind's picked.
Alright, here I am grabbing myself a click sinker. Watch how quick and easy it is to simply open the sinker like this and clip it straight onto your line. Easy as that. We're running 2 hooks snelled together and using pilchards as bait. The top hook goes through the eye or the nostrils and the bottom hook goes lightly through their back. Make sure the line between your hooks has a tiny bit of slack in it, otherwise your bait will be bent and spin in the current.
Oh, you got him well.
Yeah. Not as big, but
too big enough.
He's going all right now. Hopefully, yeah.
Not a giant.
Yeah. Just on the drop again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'll be legal.
Nice. As you can see, guys, I've had to put on 2 click sinkers as well. Since that wind picked up all of a sudden off that bit of cloud, as soon as I put the 2 click sinkers on, straight down, first drop with 2 sinkers and bang, got a fish. So the beauty of these sinkers is if you do want to add weight or subtract it or change sinker sizes, you can put a smaller one on or a bigger one. You don't have to cut your rig off. You can simply just clip it off and clip another one on. Or, like what we've done, sort of explore, put 2 on, all that sort of stuff. But that's another nice panty. So not massive at all, but for today we're happy with that. So guys, every drift we're doing is over 1 kilometre long. It's actually probably closer to 2 kilometres, just because of how strong that current is. We have no control over it. We've just got to pull up, try and get our baits down, and as fast as that current's going, we're going. So we're only getting like 1 or 2 fish per drift by the time we get down there, but yeah, we're coming back up again and it's over 1 kilometre. That's how strong the current is raging today. I'm going to have to get on the plane just to get back up there, because driving this pace against the current, you barely get anywhere.
Double hook, come on.
Be nice. So as you heard there, Dad's wishing for a double hookup. That's because we only need 2 more snapper to finish our bag limit, and we were hoping to do that on this drift. Well, the fish must have been listening, because soon enough, Dad's pilchard got smashed on the drop. We were just standing here, guys, talking about why the heck we aren't getting a bite. We went a couple of drifts without one. Okay, I'm on 2. Maybe. It just wasn't snapper that we were seeing. Oh, I got a good fish too. Is yours a good fish?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, mine's going. Oh. As you can see with the current, guys, our lines are going under the boat. Well, mine is anyway. We've been trying all sorts of things to get down to them.
I've got your line here, Will.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, that's a blue bottle.
Yeah. Oh.
Dad thought he had my green braid, but it was a blue bottle on his rod tip.
Fighting too. As you can see how much line we've had to have out to even get down near the bottom there. Take a long time to bring this fish in.
Fishing in 60 metres, it feels like we got 100 metres along now. You might see mine coming past. How much line did we have out?
Right.
Mine's here. Yeah, Dees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we must have dropped down on a school of them.
We've got colour.
Got colour? Do you need the net, you reckon?
Nah.
I'll get it just in case, because that's our 8th. It's alright.
Might be coming outside though.
He's alright.
Yeah, a bit better quality than it.
He's a nice one.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Well, we were sitting on 6 snapper in the esky, guys. Obviously our bag limit or boat limit is 8 here in Queensland. So we were just joking around saying we just need a double hook up on solid ones, and we got it. So how good's that? There we go. Dad's is a little bit bigger, but yeah, that's a nice bag of snapper there, that's for sure. 8 quality fish, a couple of panties, a couple of good ones. That's a nice one that Dad got there to finish off. So we had to persist a bit and work hard with this current, which you would have been hearing us talk about throughout the video. But yeah, it's good to get a good feed in the end anyway, and it's starting to get a bit jiggly out here with the wind against current, so it's probably a good time to finish it off. We might go do something else and have a look for some other fish, but if you don't hear from us, we'll see you back on land. We didn't have any luck when we moved back in close, so we called it a day, happy with our catch of snapper. Here's another look at the solid one Dad ended the morning with. Alright guys, well that brings us to the end of the video, but I promised you before we finished that I'd give you a couple more tips about how to fish for snapper in particular in this raging current. Now the first one that you would have seen during the video, we were upping our sinker weight or adding a second one, which is really handy. You can do that with the click sinkers, but even if you're using lead sinkers, sometimes you may just need to cut it off and tie on a little bit heavier sinker to try and keep your line as vertical as possible and get down to those fish. It's amazing how fine of a line it can be sometimes, and you think you should be getting down there, but your line can be on a bit of an angle and you're just not hitting them on the head. The click sinkers that I showed you come in a size 4, which is 20 grams, a size 6, which is 40 grams, and a size 8, which is 60 grams. So you can either just add a second one on like we did in the video, or you can clip that off and clip one of the heavier sizes on. Or if you're using lead sinkers, obviously just cut your rig off and put on a little bit heavier one. When it comes to lead sinkers, we usually use around a size 6, and we would go up to, with this current, say a size 7 or even size 8. Now while we're on the topic of tackle, another thing that can be important is your line thickness. So in this video I'm using 20-pound braid and Dad's using 30, which is a little bit thicker, and sometimes that thicker diameter of his line catches the water a bit more, and he ends up, you know, his line will go out on a bigger angle than mine, and the water will catch it. It's more surface area and puts a big bow in your line. So if you're fishing in deeper water or somewhere where there's lots of current and you're struggling to keep your line vertical or struggling to get down to the fish, maybe consider using braid rather than mono, which we do, or just trying to get the thinnest braid possible. I didn't think it made that much of a difference until recently, when even just going from my 20-pound braid to Dad's 30-pound braid, I was catching fish and he was struggling. So it does definitely matter. It's not just your line where surface area is important as well. Having a nice thin bait can help. So if you're using really big wide whole squid or you know, big fillets of fish, sometimes you need to drop that down to like a thinner strip of fish, thinner strip of bonito for example, or like we're using just thin small pilchards. Because using those bigger baits, sometimes the water can catch that as well, and you know, the current can really just pull that along, and it can be affected by the current as well. Now finally, you would have seen us using the sea anchor. We call it the parachute, but it's called a sea anchor or drogue, tied off to the back corner of the boat there to try and slow our drift down. Now if there's just current like there was at the start of this video with no wind, there's no point putting that out because it ends up just getting all tangled up, or if anything, it's actually going to drag you along quicker if the current catches it. So the only reason we put that out was because a little bit of breeze kicked up, and that's what the parachute is for. It's not really for current, it's for breeze. So if a bit of breeze does pick up, putting one of those out can really help. And also we fold down the canopy of the boat as well, like that acts like a sail. So yeah, those couple of things are quite important if a little bit of wind is affecting it as well as the current. But it was our saving grace that there wasn't much wind this day, because otherwise we would not have been able to fish. The only saving grace we had was that, yes, the current was running fast, but we were just going with it just as fast. So there was no wind affecting us really at the start. And even when it got up, it was only a couple of knots and we had the parachute there. If your boat is going faster than your baits, or the other way around, if your baits are going faster than your boat, you can reverse up onto your lines to try and keep them vertical, but I'm going to save that for another video because I show that technique in one of my upcoming videos. So make sure you're subscribed to see that in the future with the notification bell on. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed these tips, guys, and enjoyed the action. We were really happy with that, you know, bag of 8 snapper. That's a couple of really good feeds for our family, and there were a few solid fish in there mixed in with a few panties, so it's hard to beat when you get your bag of snapper early in the morning. I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year's, and I hope 2025 is full of awesome fishing adventures for all of you. Until next time, tight lines.